and I'm a Sherri Baldy, Color-ology designer here on YouTube, and I'm very excited to share with you this easel card tutorial. We're going to make an easel card together, and so let me get into telling you what it is we're going to need. And if you remember last time, I shared with you how I colored and accented the face of this super sweet Bestie, and she is Twiggy Bestie, and I will have a link to her below, and I'll also have her name and a link up here as well. And she is just turned out so cute. Just love her. So what I've done is, let me tell you, I used some Spellbinder dies, and just used the rectangle, the narrow rectangle, cut her out. And I also then had a background piece of paper that I want to mat her on, and I used the scalloped layer there. So that I've already pre-cut a lot of things, so we can just walk through and put this all together. And so she is going to layer on to this really cute pink piece of paper that matches her shoes and her shirt, so she'll look super cute. And the paper collection that I'm using is by Simple Stories, and it is the DIY Boutique. And I had mentioned before that this is going to be for a young girl or kind of a teenager for her birthday. So I think this will be a really cute color combination for her. Okay, so for the card base, we're going to be making an easel card. And to make an easel card, this card is going to be 6 inches by 6 inches. And so we'll need a piece of cardstock for the base that measures 6 inches by 12 inches. And we also then, for the topper, we need a 6 by 6 inch piece of cardstock. My arrow just is to show me that I need it to be facing this direction. I need it to go down this way on the card and not this way. So that's just a little reminder for myself. For my layers, so this will be the card topper here. And so for the layers for that, we want I wrote down my little measurements here. This is 5 3/4 by 5 3/4, and you'll see that I die cut out of the center because it's going to be a layer. I didn't want to waste paper. I did not want to waste paper, and so I went ahead and cut my base paper, and then I cut my rectangle that I'll be matting Bestie Twiggy on out of there. And it's just a way to get the most out of your paper. So I die cut that. So this is 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. And then I'm going to be using this floral print here, and this is 5 1/2 by 5 1/2. And then I have a white square paper doily that's 5 inches by 5 inches. I think those are so cute. And then I have this 4 by 4 piece of paper that's going to layer there, and that will make the topper of our card. And then I also cut for the inside base that you'll see when the card is in the easel position. I cut another 5 3/4 by 5 3/4 piece of the hot pink paper for there, and then I have a 2 inch by 6 inch piece of the polka dot paper that will go here. And then I've also cut out a sentiment here, which is a little stitched die with the sentiment Fabulous. Okay, so let's start putting things together. Let's put our card base together first. And so we have our 6 by 12 inch piece of cardstock, and you want to get your scoring board out. And we're going to make 2 score lines, and that is it. It's very simple. We want to score it at 6 inches, and I want to score it at 3. And that's all. And you can put your score away, and then let me get my bone folder. All right. So what I like to do is I'm going to fold down first, Give it a good burnish. And then I'm going to take the 3-inch score line and I'm going to fold up. Okay, and then again, gonna give it a good burnish. I'm using some heavyweight 100-pound cardstock, so it's gonna make a nice sturdy card base. All right, and then this becomes our easel base. And we want to apply adhesive just to this top 3-inch section. And I'm just going to use some double-sided tape to do that with. Couple more strips. You could always use a wet glue if you wanted to for this. I just prefer to use a double-sided tape. Okay. And we can set this aside for just a moment. We're just going to go ahead and set this aside for just a minute, because what I like to do before I assemble the card, before I put my topper onto the easel base, I like to actually get my base layers down first before I do that. So I'm going to set this aside, and then I'm going to adhere all my pattern paper layers together, and I'm going to actually put that into fast forward.